A little bit of a busy day in Philadelphia, Woj. What happened today with the 76ers?
Well, James Harden finally returned to Philadelphia. He was away for about a week and a half. He practiced with the Sixers, and then essentially when he wanted to go to Milwaukee, get on the plane with the team had a conversation with him that we want to get you ready to play basketball for us. You need to stay back in Philadelphia at our practice facility with our trainers, with our medical staff, with our two-way players, and you need to get on the court and start ramping up. This is a player who hasn't practiced since October 15th. And what the Sixers want to find out here is James Harden serious about playing basketball for them. And so right now, he will ramp up with this team, and they will find out at the end of this, once he's in game shape, are you ready to start this basketball season?
Oh, great job by Woj in explaining that. You're absolutely right. I just wish that the Sixers didn't go into that in-depth explanation. Bottom line, are you here or are you not? I understand you got a beef with Daryl Morey. That's between you and Daryl Morey. We're trying to win games here, okay? You in or you out? They should have left it at that.
The only ramp he should be hitting is a ramp off the highway of the Sixers. And then let's get serious about this.
Yes.
You walk out on your team as the first piece. No, get the hell out. Stay out. This is simple. He quit on his team last year in Game 6 and 7. Those guys are still on that bench. Those people are still in this league. They know what happened. James Harden needs to go. If he comes and says, I'm ready to play, so what? You're going to trust him? He quit on you. He quit a week before the start of the season. And you want that guy on your bench against Boston and Milwaukee? No chance.
Well, the 76ers, James Harden at least, is hoping that that off-ramp, Michael Wilbon, is in the form of a trade. And James Harden has said that his preferred destination is the Los Angeles Clippers. So, Woj, after today, are we any closer to seeing a deal be done here with the Clippers?
I'm told that with the start of the season now, at least for the foreseeable future, the Clippers are stepping back from these trade talks about James Harden. They are essentially pausing them. They have talked with Philadelphia for months about a trade. They've made their best offer for Harden, and they are now going to start their season and see what this team looks like with a healthy Kawhi Leonard, a healthy Paul George. Now, the Clippers may revisit this at some point, but they know they're the only bidder for James Harden. They're the only team that's made a serious offer. They don't want to bid against themselves. And again, while they may revisit this later in the season, I think the Sixers have to wonder, have we already gotten the best offer we're going to get for James Harden, especially as the games start to peel off the calendar? And if you're the Clippers, why offer more when there's fewer and fewer games that James Harden can play for you?
And they're not. They haven't. This has been months. You guys have been talking about this for months. I haven't, because I haven't talked that much.
Welcome.
But here, I get to talk about it now. When you're doing these deals, and you've been doing them for a month, and there's one team you're talking to, and you don't get the deal, nothing's going to change until this. Clippers lose 4 in a row. Philly loses 4 in a row. And all of a sudden you go, we got to do something. That's when the offer will change. Or something happens that's so disruptive that they say, we don't care, whatever your best offer is, we're doing the deal. That's where your head's at.
Right.
But at the same time, I get what the Clippers are doing. They have to move on. They got to start their season. Terrence Mann's name has been ripped through every article, every play. You think he's not tired? He's a good player. Ty Lue has to coach that team. Ty Lue probably went to Lawrence Frank and said, hey, enough. I got to coach the team now.
Terrence Mann may be their starting point.
Well, the one part that I think you left out, Bob, is this. What if he's so disruptive that the Los Angeles Clippers are like, we don't want him no matter what? Right. That's really, I mean, we got to embrace the notion. It is entirely possible that somebody could get to a point where they believe he's so divisive because you got a beef with one individual. You're just going to do all the things that you do. But that's a problem.
But he's essentially a rental for the Clippers. This is a one season, and this is a talent play for them. The Clippers want James Harden on their roster,
right,
but there's only so much they're going to pay for him.
Well, here's what I would say, and none of us played, right? I bet the players, I've learned this with players, they're more forgiving than anybody.
Yes.
You may know what the Sixers players are saying. I've seen guys do a lot of different things, and their teammates say, come on back. We'll win with you. We're better with you. That's over with.
So what about the organization?
Well,
I mean,
it's the play. I would, if it was me, I go to Steph Curry, I go to Joel Embiid. What do you want? What do you want? You want this guy? If that guy says, I want him on the team.
Right.
Got it.
But
What am
on
I
the
doing?
other
That's what I'm
side
doing.
of this, Bob, if you are the executive that a star player has explicitly said lied to them and now is still a part of that roster for the foreseeable future with the only trade conversationalist saying we're pausing talks for now, what is your responsibility to
My
repair
responsibility is to get the best player on my team, which is Steph Curry's importance level is the top of this building. Mine was this. I go to him and I go, listen, what do you want? If he's not happy, it doesn't matter. That ends the whole conversation. So if I did something with the play, Draymond Green, he said I screwed things up all the time. I'd go call Draymond, what did I do wrong? Why'd you say that? I've been through this stuff. And then I call Curry and I say, Steph, what do you want to do? He's like, we're better with Draymond. Now, I'm not comparing Draymond to what Harden's doing now. Right. But Draymond's made some mistakes too. So what do? Every executive, it's the thing that's hard about this one is it's playing out in front of our eyes. This stuff does happen. Look at how upset Lowry was when they traded DeRozan, and they want to chip. I saw Lowry. I said, hey, you can win a championship with Kawhi Leonard. And he looked at me and said, I can't believe we did this. He was mad at Masai. They want a championship. So it's hard to make everybody happy, but that's not excusing what Harden is doing. I'm not excusing.
But you know what they have to make happy? They better make Joel Embiid happy.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Because if he gets upset, suppose they are 8 and 10.
That's it.
Suppose the 76ers are 8 and 10 to start the season.
Sure.
And Embiid is unhappy. Guess what? All of a sudden, the Philadelphia 76ers are facing a situation that is.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jack from Shaggy Sports here. NBA Day 1 was yesterday. And what a day, what a day, what a day. Games included the Lakers losing to the Denver Nuggets, reigning, defending champions. I sound like Paul Heyman, if in case anyone has seen WWE. So they beat them, and Anthony Davis only scored in the first half. Now, he did not score in the second half. It's all over the media. You talked all this junk in the off season, and you had a chance to rectify it, and I get it. It's only one half of an 82-game season. So we'll see what happens with Anthony Davis. Can he, rectify his mistakes? Can he come back from this? I think he can. But again, when you're in LA, you are under the spotlight. That's LA. Last night game, Warriors taking on the Phoenix Suns. That was incredible. 100% incredible. Came down to the wire. They didn't have Bradley Beal, but they had Devin Booker. Devin Booker put on a show, and Warriors kept to their own. Charles Barkley said, basically Warriors are done. I don't buy that. I 100% don't buy that. Let's talk about the Celtics. Celtics taking on the Knicks, tight game. You got to give it to the Celtics. Celtics look damn good, and I'm not just saying that. Then again, the Knicks have a chance too, right? Knicks never count those guys out. I like their team. I like what they're doing. Emmanuel quickly, will he get traded? Because, I think his future in New York is uncertain, so you might as well trade the guy to get something back from him or for him. I don't know how that's going to turn out. Let's talk about the Pelicans. Pelicans, on paper, look good. I don't know what their chances are, but hey, when you got Zion, when you got CJ McCollum, you got Ingram, I like their chances. I like their chances moving forward. 76ers, let's talk about the 76ers. So now, all of a sudden, you just saw the clip. Woj is saying that Clippers are turning away from James Harden right now because the deal's not getting done. Therefore, James Harden returned to pack his bags, and apparently the Philadelphia 76ers said, hey, don't come on the road trip with the team to Milwaukee. Stay in Philadelphia, ramp up. I know everybody's thinking like, oh, wow, kind of thing. Is he going to get traded? But they're saying ramp up in his practice and whatnot. I think James Harden ain't going anywhere. That's just my opinion. And, you know, the rumors will go on throughout the season, 100%. Will he get traded at the deadline? We have no idea. Because at the end of the day, you have Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is in his prime, and he may request a trade if James Harden is traded at the deadline or before the deadline, because there's no way you're going to recoup anything for James Harden. Right? You could recoup something if you do a deal for DeRozan and Harden. You might recoup some of that, but at the end of the day, James Harden is a prolific scorer. And that's what you need moving forward for this Philadelphia 76ers to succeed. So, you know, it's either in the summertime you'll see Daryl Morey in the 76ers organization, or you're going to see James Harden in the organization. Or, you know, he could get traded before the deadline. We have no idea. But right now, he ain't going anywhere. So moving forward, all these rosters is what you're going to see for the next couple months. I have a feeling no one's going to get traded. And moving forward, who is the best team looking right now on paper? I know it's so early to tell because there's only day 2 of the NBA, but, you know, I think everybody has a shot. I wouldn't say everybody, actually. I think a lot of teams out there are pretty good. Denver Nuggets, obviously defending champions. Boston Celtics, they look unreal. 76ers, if they can get it right, and I feel like they had something going for them, but they kind of broke down with the system that Doc Rivers was pulling, or not pulling. I have no idea. Lakers need to do something really quick, because, you know, the rest of the team besides Anthony Davis shot 54% from the field. That was pretty good, but Anthony Davis was MIA in the second half. So therefore, it's not really looking well for the Lakers if they continue to play like this, Anthony Davis. But then again, they could pull up their socks and get it done. This is the second day of the NBA season. Tell me who you guys think is going to succeed this season in the regular season, right? I'm not talking about playoffs, because playoffs is a long way to go. I'm just talking about, let's just say, put a timeline on this. First 20 games of the season, who's going to succeed the best? Who's going to succeed the most? Is Chris Paul going to be very good for the Warriors? You know, Wemby, we didn't talk about him. How good is he going to be with the San Antonio Spurs? That guy is so hard to defend, right? So hard to defend, and if he defends you, it's over. Just ask Klay Thompson that story. Another thing I'm going to do is, if anyone wants to come on the show, debate, or, you know, talk about it, come on video, answer some questions, have some questions for me, be on audio, just drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think, and if you guys are down for this or not. Again, this is a community where people can debate, express their opinions, so you guys be the judge. Again, as always, it's Jag from Jaggy Sports.